Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
I get her! Not solo!
You see if I did it?
Yeah,
Come on! What's wrong with you?
Being a man used to be simpler. You guard the cave, provide sustenance, honor thy name. A handshake sealed the deal, and a word was a promise. Today, things are a bit more complicated. We try to impress people we don't know by acquiring things we don't need. We have friends lists, but few real friendships. Things like integrity and kindness have fallen by the wayside. How can we know if we measure up when the scale is constantly changing? The Freemasons believe that a man's job is to be the best version of himself possible, to pursue truth and self-discovery. You give more and take less. We connect with our fellow man so that we may learn from each other, to challenge one another to live up to our highest ideals. We believe a man should be judged by his strength of character, his willingness to make sacrifices to improve both himself and the lives of those around him. For hundreds of years, the Freemasons have helped men find more meaning, to make connections with other men in a way that truly matters. For those seeking a deeper sense of purpose, a chance to make lasting friendships. To reach higher, to find more.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hello and welcome to Hamilton Southeastern High School, where the Hamilton Southeastern Royals will be facing off against the Culver Academy Eagles. Joey Lindstrom with you alongside Coach Keith Myers. this 1 versus 4 matchup in the state semifinal. We'll play the winner of Cathedral and Carmel in the state championship for 2A on Saturday. And this is going to be a star-studded matchup, Coach. Hamilton Southeastern comes into this game 17-2 overall, including their out-of-state play. Culver 8-5 overall. So Hamilton Southeastern 10-0 in their division, and Culver 6-3. The Royals are set because they have a little bit of that competitive advantage, having already beaten Culver this year. But Culver defeating the best recorded team in the state in Castle last weekend. How do they play upset again?
Yeah, you look at both of these records, and you look at both of these teams, and you look at the history of both of these teams. These teams have been, as Lacrosse has been around Indiana for at least 10 to 12 years, and they have been from the get-go one of the leaders. So you look at Hamilton Southeastern, have not been beat in the state of Indiana. So they are 15-0 in the state of Indiana. Culver knows that. That's a little chalkboard talk, if you will. And also, then the last time Culver was here, they lost it in overtime, so they have that edge as well. But Hamilton Southeastern, senior-led, really strong players who know the game and does not want to lose. They want to win this thing straight out and be undefeated and be crowned champion Saturday, which is right here on IndianaSRN.
It sure is, and while Coach Scott Beasley for Hamilton Southeastern has a state championship under his belt in 2018, Coach Mike Black, in his first year at Culver, has done well so far, leading that team to an 8-5 record, 4 wins to finish out the season, and obviously getting that other one to get that 5th over Castle. What does that do for your momentum as you build in this playoff tournament?
Well, you're undefeated, right? And especially during playoffs. The neat thing is Culver played well enough to get seeded high as number 4. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the rankings of how they set this tournament, there's 12 teams that qualified in this tournament. We have the number 1 team, the number 2 team, the number 3 team, and number 4 team, which means the board and the committee has picked correctly and has seeded this thing right, because you could end up with a very strong matchup. And everybody's hoping that 1-2 matchup, but I'm telling you, any 4 of these teams left is capable of winning a championship.
Well, Culver ranks 4th in their for in-state records. There are only 3 losses coming to teams that are still in the tournament, and that's Cathedral, Carmel, and Hamilton Southeastern.
Is that not the fun? That's the Final Four, right?
That's got to be the fun part of it.
For them, what you say is, okay, we're in the Final Four. Here's the 3 teams that beat us. Let's make good, and let's win those 3 games.
On the Hamilton Southeastern side, you said it, 13-0 in-state record. They lead all in-state teams with almost 9 goals scored per game. And 9 goals allowed per game. Their goalkeeper, Colin Kreckler, is just a sophomore, but he has played well in the net. He's going to have to lead this defense against a pretty studded Culver Academy offense. And HSE, led by their junior attacker, Garrett Smith, on the ride, but they also have 2 guys who are just absolutely incredible. 2 players made first-team All-State, and that's I had to find him on my Ty DeSplinter and Ryan Kemp. Both those guys being able to lead their team today is going to be huge for them, Keith.
Yeah, you look at Ryan Kemp, first-team All-American, All-State 2021. Also going to play the next level. You look at Garen Smith. He's only a junior, and he's also on the All-State team. The thing I think that could win this game is the defensive side. Whose defense is going to hold stat and goalies? Last night, Heritage had problems with that second shot. You got to protect the net at all costs tonight, because 1 goal can beat you here.
It sure can. We're going to have to see what will happen. We will absolutely find out, and we will be back here shortly. Take a quick break. You are watching Culver Academy versus Hamilton Southeastern, powered by IndianaSRN.
No greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market. It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. Joey Lindstrom here with you alongside Coach Keith Myers. It was going to be a rainy day until the sunshine decided to roll in, Coach. That actually has a huge factor for how these guys are going to play.
Yeah, you talked to Culver's coach, and he says we drove all the way down in the rain. We had a broken down bus. The DAP was fixed. They drove all the way down. Tonight's temperature is 67. Very nice. Humidity is up there, though, 95%. The winds are out at the northwest at 4 miles an hour. Visibility, 10 miles, which is not bad. Chance of rain, though, this is scary. 40% chance of rain after 8:30 tonight. So hopefully we can get this in and before raindrops come falling on our head, and Chance won't get wet outside doing the camera. He does not want to get wet tonight.
Hopefully not. Thankfully he brought his raincoat and his umbrella in case, well, he's probably going to protect the camera with the umbrella.
Yeah, I would think that would be the norm.
So Coach Beasley, we talked about him a little bit before. His assistant coaches, his right-hand man, Coach Jeff Dombeck, who is the goalie coach for HSC. Coach Beasley told us before the game and even prior during this week that Coach Dombeck definitely deserved an assistant coach of the year job. He's done such a good job, but their goaltending, having only allowed 9 goals on average, is absolutely absurd, really, for the state because of the competition level that they play. That's a huge impact for today.
Yeah, and you look at the goalies that we have here. Both of them are outstanding. Both of them, you look at the goaltender Culver Academy as well. He has 91 saves on the year. 58 goals have scored against him, but, with 91 saves, that means the ball's coming at you a lot. As I noticed last night of the game, shots on goal are very quickly, and last night they shot anywhere on the field, and I think we're going to see that tonight as well with this 2A, that there's good players everywhere, and goals can be shot anywhere and be made anywhere on this field.
Coach Mike Black's goalkeeper in net is number 10, Hagen Wells. We talked about HSC's goalie, number 43, Colin Kreckler. We're getting set for pregame. Coach, what does each team have to do right out the gate to set the tone early?
I think what you need to do is this has to be physical. So you have to come right away. You have to play ready to play physical lacrosse. I think the team that scores first will probably have the edge, but then how you calm down, how you handle adversity. Heritage Christian last night down 3-0, called a timeout. Right away came out of that timeout, scored, made it 3-1, made it 3-2. Then Guerin immediately went back and got back onto it.
We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be right back. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry?
Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you go with some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc., within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is. And that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find down in the library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on IndianaSRN. If you would like to know more information about IndianaSRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company, we hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. I want to take a minute to remind you, we're brought to you by Express Lacrosse. Established on Long Island over 25 years ago as the most renowned lacrosse club in the United States. Express directors, coaches, and alumni are respected nationwide because of their ability to lead, train, and develop outstanding student athletes. As a founding member of the National Lacrosse Federation, Long Island Express and its affiliates provide opportunities for their players to compete with and against the best in the game. Midwest Express, part of the esteemed Long Island Express family, was established right here in Indiana to offer highly competitive student athletes in the Midwest an opportunity to strive for their personal best. With access to the most selective tournaments in the country, players in the Midwest now have a level playing field with traditional hotbed areas. Attend our tryouts August 21st and 22nd for your chance to be the best. We're getting ready to go here. Number 1 versus number 4. Culver Academy Eagles visiting Hamilton Southeastern.
Culver Academy wearing their maroon with white. Hamilton Southeastern blue, white and blue trim with blue numbers. Going to be a great matchup.
At the face-off for Hamilton Southeastern, Jake Lemieux, a senior face-off specialist, and for Culver, Harry Adel, a freshman midfielder.
The three guys in the official uniforms have a big game as well tonight, so good luck to them as well. Here we go.
Here we go, right away. HSE picking it up from their first-team All-Stater. That is Ty DeSplinter. And getting started early in front of the cage, and a quick score for the Royals. That's Ryan Kemp.
How about that? 12 seconds into the ball game, they lead 1-0, and quick start. That's a pretty quick start, Joey.
When you have both All-Staters, you have to be able to get one of them the ball early, and the Royals waste no time. Get to see this again, Coach.
Yeah, look at this. A great face-off, and it rolls the ball back, and then all of a sudden they just set up the offense. It's almost like a give and go here, a fast break all the way down the field, and there's one more pass, and here comes the goal.
And a beautiful work there. See if they can capitalize once again. Bit of a fight here at midfield. It's picked up by DeSplinter. So already both All-Staters making an impact for the Royals. Getting a touch here is Garrett Smith. Coach Beasley talked about his impact not only on the offensive end but also in the ride when the defense is clearing the ball.
Patience here and offensively. They're just going to lull Culver maybe a little bit of sleep here.
Here's Kemp trying to use the pick. Up top and trying to dump it inside, but interfering with the pass there was number 32 for Culver, Tyler Kopis. Nice job getting in the way.
That's almost a win for you right there, isn't it, Joe? You set the offense up, you're doing it real well, and then you throw the ball away, and now Culver on the offensive side of it.
So Hagen Wells in goal, hit with an early goal and an error here. Missing the pass to his teammate, Akira Barbara. So the Royals get the ball back. Setting up top, that's Connor Renault. And they'll work it around. Back up top, here is Michael Matheny. And working it around is the Royals. They're looking for just a bit of space. Coach Beasley's squad, after that first initial goal, taking a little bit more time. Dodge here. Shot, that one goes wide of the cage. Left Kemp's stick, an underhand shot.
Maybe a little rush there.
Working around the bend. That's Smith again. Good chance, upside dodge. Good slide from Culver. Working inside, dumps it home. That's number 3, E.J. Reichart, senior attacking.
So as we talked about earlier in the pregame, is things you have to do, and a quick start was one of those things. And, now here Culver is down 2-0. Game's far from over. Here's the replay here one more time, Joey. Just right at the top.
So already Hamilton Southeastern out to a 2-0 lead. And they are ensuring why they are the number 1 seed in this tournament by breaking out so quickly. Violation here on number 17, Harry Edel. Going a little too quick on the draw.
Oh, give it.
Quick pass gets interrupted briefly by number 13, Hayden Holmes. By number 13, Akira Barbara, but Hamilton Southeastern's there to pick it up again. Max Blackburn interrupting that clear for Culver and giving the Royals the ball back. So much of lacrosse, 90% of it is playing the game inside the box as they are. Hamilton Southeastern benefactors of two goals that are relatively quick, Coach.
Yes, sir. And now they're on the move, and right now they just want to play giveaway right here. No shot clock in high school lacrosse. Good thing, bad thing.
Shot here, that one goes wide. Well, it has its drawbacks and its benefits. Obviously, you can hold it forever, but it does end up factoring. Here's a timeout by Coach Black and the Culver Academy Eagles. We'll take one with them. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. Coach, what are the officials doing there?
Well, the officials have to measure the sticks, check the netting, make sure everything's legal. They have to check 2 each half. If you have a bad one, they throw it out. They don't throw it out of the game. You just take it to the bench. If you bring it back in and you get caught, then there's a little bit of a penalty there. So you'll see the officials do that at least twice this half and also in the second half. I kind of like it, one from each team each half. I keep everybody kind of honest, because everybody wants that pocket really deep, don't they?
Oh yeah, they sure do. They want every advantage they can get if you're playing lacrosse. Broken up nicely by the defenseman Akira Barbara, and that's a great turnover for Culver.
And with this timeout, I'm sure Coach told him, settle down, you're in this game, you had a long road trip, Just let's get focused and let's play our style lacrosse.
First successful clear for Culver and their first possession of the game, but they get called for an offsides penalty. So it looks like we won't be able to see Culver with their first real possession on offense. More from the Royals here.
What a bright sunny day now after all the rain that we had this morning.
Up top, that's number 2, Tate Metcalf. And Hamilton Southeastern obviously heeding the words and advice of Coach Beasley to just take it slow. You're heading out those 2 goals right away. And so far, we haven't seen anything from Culver, Coach.
No, it's all been on this end.
Culver in a bit of a zone scheme, having 2 hot sliders inside. That one disrupted again by the stick of Barbara. That one just muffled out of bounds by 43. Mario Esquivel Grajeda. Back behind the cage is Garrett Smith, again, the first team all-conference player. So far, not a ton of pressure out of this Culver defense. Skip pass, shot. That one saved briefly, but they're going to call it a goal. Looks like it trickled right behind the legs of Hagen Wells.
Wells had to stop, and it just went between the legs. And the quick 3-0 lead by Hamilton Southeastern.
6:40 remains in our contest, in the first quarter of our contest here.
Here's the goal right here behind the net, behind the X there, and here's the shot. Originally a save, then it just rolled between his legs. Officials right there to make the call for the goal.
Well, Tate Metcalf ought to be happy with that one. Here's a face-off and good battle, and winning that one is the freshman Harry Adel, trying to get some semblance of offense here so they can get a possession started. Culver's got it now. Here's 54. That's Miles Muth. Getting a lot of pressure by the stick of Aiden Honer.
That big old stick can get you.
And having that extra length is great. If you have that long pole, it's certainly at an advantage. Gets beat here on the slide. That pass gets away from Culver's Sebastian West.
And Hamilton Southeastern forced them to be all the way out. I mean, we're almost to the 45-yard line before they could reset their offense.
Great play to disrupt that one. That pass goes long. Culver, not a whole lot of time of possession. And one successful clear so far. Hamilton Southeastern just get their possession started. Logan Askins gets it down to his teammate, Michael Mataliano, excuse me. Got to wonder, with the way that the sun is shining, Coach, does that affect your passing lanes and your ability to catch the ball?
On that one side, I think you might want to wear some sunglasses, and you can't wear it in the helmet. So,
chance here inside. Good save by Wells. He lost the ball, and it gets kicked away out of the crease. Stays with Culver.
When we came in earlier today, Joey, they had leaf blowers trying to dry the facility and the crease today to keep that kind of dry. And I think it's pretty dry right now.
Hard ride here from Hamilton Southeastern's Mataliano, and taking it all the way. Uncommon, you don't see this too often, but Wells is now clearing it for Culver. Wells gets smothered by a few Royals, and he gets back out. Culver will start their possession.
Now he has to run 80 yards down the field to get back in the goal.
No offsides penalty here for Culver, unlike the last two possessions. Over the side, that's Sean Grogan. Nice move, shot. That one into the stick of Kreckler. And his first save of the day is a good one.
And this crowd recognizes that.
Left-handed shooters can be a problem, but not for Kreckler on that one. Here's Smith once again, and he'll get the possession started for the Royals, so no problem on offense so far. 3-0. And no problem on defense either.
So you look at this with 3:33 to play, you're in a really good position if you're Hamilton Southeastern. And now you just continue to put pressure on Culver.
That pass gets away past Ryan Kemp.
Maybe the sun right there could have affected that a little bit.
Could be. Culver will begin their clear. Hopefully they don't have to rely again on their goalie. That can be a dangerous position if he's out. They do a nice job here getting that one across, and that's number 20, George Van Peterson.
Oh, good steal.
Beautiful stick work by the defenseman. That's 24, Nolan Nyes. But they turn it over right away on their attempted clear, coach. And Culver gets it right back. Up top here is Darius Holland. And that is going to be a violation on Culver with the 10-second runoff once you leave the box. So Hamilton Southeastern gets it back once again. Under 2.5 to play in our first quarter. Here's Hamilton Southeastern again. I want to take a second to remind you, Empire Lacrosse is your source for all things lacrosse. Established in 2004, our mission is to be the recognized leader in our industry by offering excellent service, competitive pricing, exceptional playing opportunities. Penalty ensuing here. Hamilton Southeastern quickly saves it. Shot, that one goes wide. Penalty forthcoming here, and this is a slash on Culver. Trying to identify which number that was. That's 32. That is Tyler Kopis. That's a 1-minute penalty, so at 53 seconds they'll come back full strength.
First penalty of the night.
And in man-up opportunities, Hamilton Southeastern has taken advantage.
You might want to explain to our fans at home, if they score here, then they go back to full strength. Is that correct?
That's right. They will go back to full strength. If it was an unreleasable penalty, it usually happens for something very aggressive. That shot eaten by, can't tell the number from here, but that has got to hurt. That is 55, Aiden Froh, and
he took a shot, folks.
Yeah. No padding underneath your chest plate or your elbows or gloves. So anywhere you get hit hurts.
And if it moves up into that chest region, you're gasping for air.
Shot there. That one bounces wide. Number 17, Loudon Sudling. Culver, about 30 seconds remain. That one gets saved by Wells.
That's a nice save.
And this could be a great man down clear if Culver can get it and kill this penalty. 10 seconds to go on it. Wells fending off defenders and a yard sale. Wells picks it up, back up though. Penalty gets killed. We're back to even strength. But Hamilton Southeastern's on the run.
Nobody in the goal. Oh, he got back
here. He did get back in a great defensive play.
Goodness gracious.
Nicholas Menendez got all the way back to defend.
He was halfway in the field, folks.
Against Reichard. Good disruption by Culver Academies. Jaden Kerr forces that one out of bounds, but Hamilton Southeastern retains it. Hit a stick on the way.
Wells is a junior as their goalkeeper, so he's going to be there another year.
Weaving in and out. That one hit in front again. Culver eating the shots away. Barbara fighting for it. Good work on the GB. Ground ball, that is, and he clears it. Under 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Culver needs to get a shot off. Weave across.
Oh!
Missing the pass, and that'll do it for our first quarter. Already our score, the Royals of Hamilton Southeastern leading Culver Academy 3-0. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN. Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. Joey Lindstrom alongside Coach Keith Myers. Hamilton Southeastern leading 3-0 after the first quarter. How'd they get to this point, Coach?
Well, first of all, I just got to say this, that during that timeout, the goalie is taking shots from the assistant coach. That's pretty impressive. Hamilton Southeastern just came out determined to put Culver in the hole, and that's exactly what they did. They scored with 12 seconds in the first quarter, made it 1-0, and from there on, good defense for Culver once it got to 3-0, and the life is there, but they just need somebody to make a great play, and I think it's one goal can get them jump-started, and that's what they really need to do this quarter. Other than that, man, defensively, both teams playing very, very well, and I'm very impressed with the offensive power that Hamilton Southeastern has.
The bright spot for Culver right now is that they are not losing the face-off battle by too much despite the score. It's just 2-1 in favor of Hamilton Southeastern, so it is certainly a good bright spot there for Culver Academy, not to mention their defenseman, Akira Barbara has been excellent causing turnovers.
Second quarter brought to you by True Lacrosse Indiana, proudly supportive of the IHSLA. Indiana Premier Travel Lacrosse teams, fielding teams from UA to seniors in high school. Get more information today at 317-727-6048. That's True Lacrosse Indiana.
Getting a chance here, fighting for it, but ending up with the ball. That's Max Blackburn. The senior midfielder in Hamilton Southeastern gains their possession. Blackburn's got a full head of steam. Getting it back up top, that's number 18, Michael Matheny, excuse me. Hamilton Southeastern working around Culver, still in that man-to-man look that we saw in the first quarter. Matheny looking for that top side dodge. He gets the Culver gets the slide, spitting it back out to his teammate, 25, Blaine Wirtz.
Oh, wide open.
He had the chance briefly, finding it on the doorstep and ducking it home. That is Connor Renaud. and Hamilton Southeastern takes the 4-0 lead. Coach, he was right at the doorstep.
He was at the doorstep, and they had two other shots there they passed on and got the high percentage shot. Look at this. Right there, just wide open. What do you do there defensively if you're Culver? I mean, you're playing that zone. Do you go back to man here, try to straighten things up, or what's the goal here, Joey?
Certainly somebody needs to be in that spot in the middle. If you leave someone open in the middle, you got issues, especially when you're in zone 2. There needs to be at least one person probably in there. Fighting on this face-off, no team, no attack or defense can move beyond that line until there is possession of the ball. Just like that, you see Culver's attackers move up. Getting a trip there. That is actually going to be a push with possession penalty ensuing. And actually a hold. And this is a technical, so number 21, Hayden Grace, will take a seat in the box. First penalty for the Royals of Hamilton Southeastern. Culver with a real shot here, Coach, now that they are man up, 6-on-5.
Yeah, and now what you really need to do here is score. You just need to take advantage of this and calm down, make this a 4-1 game.
So Culver with the chance now. Hamilton Southeastern with their short stick. Defensive midfielder Quincy Grace in there. Right in the middle. He's going to be the hot slide man. Culver, if they want a chance to get back in this game, they scored 16 goals against Castle, who was studded all year. So far, Hamilton Southeastern locking down Culver's offense. Recovering there briefly. Getting the ball back with Sean Grogan. So that 30-second penalty already over. Culver didn't take quick advantage, but they have a chance here. Trying to do it all himself and get through that harsh defensive effort. That was Charles Fall, the freshman. But Hamilton Southeastern gets the turnover once again.
Look at the speed that Hamilton Southeastern comes back on offense and goes right to the X.
Now scooting it around. Here's Reichert back up top. Timothini and Hamilton Southeastern will set up. Coach Beasley, already a state champion. He has expressed to us in the pregame, it's going to be about their possession and about their offense. When you can wear a defense down, that's the ultimate goal, Coach.
Yes, sir.
There's a chance, another dunk. E.J. Reichert, the senior attackman, and it's 5-0.
Great shot by our camera guy to get E.J. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate seeing E.J. on the tube. Here's the shot. And again, it looks like they just spread out Culver and just really easy picking there.
So far, Hamilton Southeastern has done a great job of moving the ball. And we saw on Culver's last possession, when they went back to even strength, try to do a little too much, not passing the ball. Boy, hard hits and checks by Culver. You talked about the aggression at the pregame, Coach. We're seeing it now.
Good pickup of a ground ball.
It sure was. That was Jacob Rawson. And here's the first goal for the Culver Academy Eagles. Miles Muth. He gets the Eagles on the board.
So right now, then all of a sudden you get a little bit of success there. Let's see how they build on that as a 5-1 lead here. Nice little shot, nice goal. And again, he aggressively went to the goal, Joey. Didn't back down at that. There was a couple of defenders there. That was a nice little goal.
You have to be strong to make a play like that. Right at the crease. Flipping up, but kicking it first. Guilty of that was Harry Adel, the faceoff specialist for Culver. That violation will give the Royals the ball back. We're seeing that man-to-man look back for Culver, and that ought to give him an advantage now. On the defensive end, you just have to have a hot slide ready.
You got to really watch the back door here.
Trying to dump it across. That
Nice
one goes
save.
through, and that will count as a save for Wells.
Well, I tell you what, that was right there on the post.
And it looked like maybe it could have been a pass. It was a hard pass at that. But Wells, good reaction. That sun almost a factor there for Barbara, but he recovers it. This one gets away.
Well, some of the stadium is in shadows, and some of the stadiums are just still in great grass, and there's a slip and a late flag.
We'll see what it is here. That is a push with possession on number 55, Aiden Froh, the freshman from Culver. Just a 30-second penalty. So Culver will be a man down.
And if you're new to lacrosse, that ball is about this little smaller than a baseball, but a lot harder when it's traveling than a baseball is. And it will definitely cause some damage if you're not protected.
You know what the fastest lacrosse shot in the world is?
I have no idea, and I'm afraid I would probably get hurt.
119 miles an hour.
That's pretty quick. Thanks, Joey.
By Paul Rabel, the co-founder of the Premier Lacrosse League, new professional league, starting its third season this weekend, actually. So, quick turnover from Hamilton Southeastern.
And if you're familiar with Joey Lindstrom, he is the voice of the Butler Lacrosse program. Did a lot of their games this season.
Sure did. Big East competition was stiff this year for the Bulldogs. Here's a great chance for Hamilton Southeastern in transition. Boy, they're being unselfish, and it pays off. Number 4, Garrett Smith, gets his second of the day.
How about the first guy had the shot, Joey, passed up on it. We'll watch it here on the replays. That leads now the 6-1 score. And we got a timeout by Culver. But here you go, Joey. Here's one pass, and there's just right there. Hamilton Southeastern 6-1.
Garrett Smith eclipsing the 5 goals for Hamilton Southeastern. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN.
Looking for a great family experience? Well, look no further than Indy's best campground, KOA Indianapolis. RV sites, tents, cabins, and glamping. It's just minutes away. The kids will love the new splash park, horses, and summer activities. Whether you're roasting marshmallows around the campfire for gooey s'mores, enjoying our amazing pizza delivered to your site, or hand-dipped ice cream. Don't forget to visit our gift shop boutique where you'll find supplies of all your gift and camping needs. Go on KOA.com to book or call us at 317-894-1397. Mention IndianaSRN for a free bundle of fireworks.
Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. Joey Lindstrom alongside Coach Keith Myers. Hamilton Southeastern taking care of business so far. 6-1 our score. Leading the charge for the Royals is Garrett Smith, number 4.
We'd like to thank the people that are watching today. If you would like to tweet us, you can do that at IndianaSRN. Say hello, and we'll give you a shout out. We'll say hello to Sarah Kern, who is watching. Sean Kroll is watching us on Lacrosse tonight, along with Gretchen Howard. And Indy Lacrosse Outsiders are listening and watching tonight. And Melissa Stevenson, thank you very much for letting us know that you're tuning in to IndianaSRN. IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. We'll be with you Saturday. Check out our website and our Twitter. We will tell you when those games are and what time we will go on the air. Here's Joey.
Winning the faceoff right away for Hamilton Southeastern was Zane Smith. They're trying to get something off, and they do not. Great play by Barbara to disrupt that one. Boy, is he fighting hard for that ground ball, as already so far. I think it's pushed out briefly. It will stay with Hamilton Southeastern. So here's another chance for the Royals, coach, and they've been scoring at a good clip so far. They average 16 goals per game.
They're on pace to that, Joey.
Chance behind the cage, briefly. And that one passed off. Here's Blaine Wirtz.
We're halfway through the first half.
Trying to dodge that shot. Rip top shelf. Holy cow, Ryan Kemp. His second.
You talk about a 115-mile-an-hour fastball. That thing was a B70, and that was quick, and that was a quick release. Great job.
That was humming.
Look at this. A great shot by our camera guy, and I tell you what, that is just hard to stop, folks. Great crowd on hand at Hamilton Southeastern. I tell you what, the student section is very impressive as they are in. We got close to 300-400 people here tonight.
That's the best. And when you are on this state run, as both these teams are, and you're in the tournament, it makes it all the more exciting, huh?
Can you imagine the numbers we're going to have Saturday with 3 championship games for you?
That's going to be wonderful. What time are those, by the way, Coach? We
can tell the undecided right now, but right now, tentatively, it's at 1 o'clock for the club, 4 o'clock for 1A, and 7 o'clock for 2A. That is subject to change. We will let you know. We'll keep you posted on our Twitter page and our website at IndianaSRN and IndianaSRN.org.
Certainly stay tuned for all that, and it is going to be fun. Whoever wins out of this game, whoever wins out of the Cathedral Carmel game on the opposite side of the bracket for 2A.
And South Bend St. Joe and Evansville Memorial is playing tonight in 1A up at Grand Park.
Beautiful save by Kreckler. On the doorstep was George Van Peterson. Big hit in transition. Gets back to Carmel, throwing out of bounds. After the hit was Max Blackburn. Culver. Excuse me.
Got Carmel in your mind.
Yeah, Carmel in my mind. Recency. Here's a chance again for the Culver Academy Eagles. That's 15, Charles Fall. Trying to get a dodge on Blackburn. It's harder to defend when you have the short stick. The guy's name we haven't called too much yet, but a beautiful play by DeSplinter. He picks it right out of the air. Transition play. Shot. That one bounces home. E.J. Reichert. And that is E.J. Reichert's third goal on the day.
And we saw the hat just flying in the booth now. So here it comes. There it is.
A hat trick already. And that play by DeSplinter, Coach, was huge. Getting that turnover and making instant offense does wonders for your squad.
Yeah, now you're up 8-1, and now the pressure is on with you. With the 4:29 in this first half, you have the whole entire second half. But now you have to really regroup. And I don't know if this young team has ever been in this position during the regular season.
Oh, DeSplinter, the all-conference player, actually player of the conference, the first team All-State. He is nominated for State Player of the Year. Culver couldn't get this one across. That's a delay of game, and they turn the ball over. Good clear from Hamilton Southeastern. Once you touch the box, which is that 30-yard line and in, you can go back out because of no shot clock. Normally under 30 seconds you have to stay inside the box, but now with the new rule with no shot clock, you are all set. Shot there. That one goes wide. Stick of Loudon Sunling.
Join us at halftime. We'll have a halftime show for you. Emery Brew and Sean Crow. We just got another goal.
And that is number 4, Garrett Smith. Huge goal, 9-1 our score.
Sean Crow and Emery Brew will have your halftime show for you. They'll have stats and a couple of special things for you, so stay with that.
On the doorstep, he just dribbles that one in. Coach Beasley telling us that the sky is the limit for Garrett Smith, and already with 2 goals, you can see that.
And you're going to see some of these kids playing at the next level. That's going to be pretty impressive. Indiana is making a big dent in lacrosse pretty quickly.
They sure are. Plenty of great players still left in this Final Four. And just like you said, the committee picked them right, that's for sure. Some of the best players in the state still alive. Still fighting for possession.
Late flag.
A late flag. We'll get to clarify for you. And that's a hold, the 30-second penalty. And his second, Aiden Froh, number 55, for Culver. So Culver will be, for Hamilton Southeastern, that's Garrett Smith. Beg your pardon. So Culver will be a man up for 30 seconds until the 2:48 mark. But here we go. Can Culver take advantage, get their second goal of the night? Floating in and around there, that's Miles Muth in the middle. He has the lone goal for Culver. This shot, that one goes wide of Kreckler.
And you can hear the Hamilton Southeastern defense players talking to each other from our crowd mic.
Communication is so important when you're on the defensive side. And now we are back at even strength. Turnover here by Culver. They're fighting for the loose ball after a nice check.
I do not want to be on the bottom of that pile.
Brief hold here on Hamilton Southeastern. Gives it back to Culver. Sean Grogan. There's a chance. Good defensive work by Quincy Grace. That's why he's in that D-midi spot. Shot here. That one gets home. Number 15, Charles Fall, and Culver has their second goal.
Boy, he hit that ball, and it deflected right into the goal. Nice shot.
Great work by the Eagles at even strength, too, after the penalty. Gets past Kreckler on the bounce.
Here we go. There's the bounce, and, boy, just got him on the weak side, didn't it? 9-2, that's momentum here. 2:18 to play in this first half.
Going to see more face-off work. Harry Adel and Jake Lemieux. Official briefly getting in the way. It was actually Chris Zire, and picking it up is DeSplinter. He's going to shoot. That one goes wide, and the velocity increases with the 6-foot pole.
And I tell you what, he just didn't. He was not afraid to pull the trigger there.
Interesting call here. No one back for Hamilton Southeastern. When you have a player closest to the end line on a shot, you can retain possession. But no one was home for Hamilton Southeastern. At least the official deemed it that way. So Culver gets the ball back. Here's a long pull chance. That one goes wide as well. Jaden Kerr taking it all the way. They call that walking the dog. Here's a chance for Culver again to get their third goal. We're under 2 minutes to go. Shot. That one off the foot of Kreckler.
Oh.
That can't feel good.
No. I'm telling you, there is no padding on the goalie. No knee pads, no shin guards. That is just pure muscle right there, folks.
All he's got is
both
the chest
goalies.
plate. Yep, all he's got the chest plate and gloves and the helmet, of course. It hurts. Kreckler, tough kid, though. Muth back out. Shot. That one goes wide as well. Culver retains possession. Closest man to the ball was Muth.
Joey, you've been around lacrosse a long time, and you played football also. What's a tougher sport physically on you? Obviously, football you hit all the time, but this lacrosse game is a contact sport as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to say, as Muth, that one just goes off the post. I'd have to say football's got to be tougher on the body overall. It's a war of attrition for sure. And but lacrosse, I mean, you're running all the time. It's short bursts, right? So it's different types of tired, I guess. Push. Here's a chance. Good slide and a beautiful hit on the inside. That's going to be marked with a penalty, though. 16, Aiden Honer. An illegal body check on Honer. It looked pretty clean, Coach.
Yeah, but boy, he's wide open with nothing there. So they're down there. That's a pretty good call, I think.
So Culver will be a man up for a whole minute. And Hamilton Southeastern's Coach Beasley takes a timeout. Their second of the half. We will take one with them. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN.
Is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. Joey Lindstrom here with you alongside Coach Keith Myers. Hamilton Southeastern 9-2. They are a man down right now for the rest of the half after a minute-long penalty for an illegal body check.
Let's run down Saturday for you. We won't tell you the times, but the club championship is Leo versus Indy East. That's made up with the East Side schools, Cecina, and so forth. The 1A championship, Guerin is waiting the winner of South Bend, St. Joe, and Evansville Memorial. That game is being played at Grant Park because of so far distance between Evansville and South Bend. They met in the middle in Naptown today. That game started at 6 o'clock. We'll try to get you an updated on that. And then the second game that's being played in Carmel tonight, Carmel and Cathedral will take on the winner of this game. All on Saturday. We'll let you know the start times right away.
So here comes Culver on their 6-on-5 opportunity. Push. Thanks for that update, Coach. It's going to be a fun day. That was shot off the post from the stick of Sebastian West. Taking it all the way himself is Nolan Canese, excuse me. And here comes Hamilton Southeastern again.
20 seconds left in the half.
And they'll just try to run this one out. Garrett Smith, 10 seconds on the clock. Over to Kemp. Can they get another shot off? Doesn't look like they're going to try to. They'll run out the clock. That'll do it for our first half. Hamilton Southeastern dominating so far, 9-2.
Got a score for you real quick, Joey. At the end of 3, Carmel leads Cathedral 6-4. So, folks, if you're checking at home, that is at the end of 3. We'll keep you updated with that. Our halftime show is coming up with Emery Brew and Sean Craw. What a good first half for Hamilton Southeastern.
It sure was. And I mean, what do you make of that? I mean, you already have this momentum. If you're Culver, how do you come out and storm back?
Well, you go back into the locker room or as what you can and you just got to regroup. And I think you just come back and go fundamentals. And you chop it down. You know, you got to play defense first, and then you got to have to score opportunity after opportunity.
And Hamilton Southeastern, just keep the pedal down?
Just get the pedal down, man. Once you got it going, you just got to keep going until that 0 hits in the fourth quarter, and then you have reached your goal to get to the championship, and then you concentrate just on Saturday.
We shall see what the second half brings. We're headed to our halftime show. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN.
No greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Back here at Hamilton Southeastern High School, it is the Indiana High School Lacrosse Association semifinal. Score here at Hamilton Southeastern, the Royals lead Culver Academy 9-2. I'm Sean Crawl along with Emery Brew. Emery, very interesting. I know for both of us this is kind of a sink or swim effort in terms of lacrosse, really diving into it to see what's going on. What are some things that have kind of stood out to you in how this has gone in the first half?
I mean, something that stood out to me for both teams, and just the game in general, is just not only the pace of the game, but also the physicality. Like, I've always known that lacrosse is a fast-paced game, really physical, not a lot of breaks in the play. But it really surprised me, especially the way Hamilton Southeastern's playing. I mean, they've asserted themselves physically, they've kept the pace of the game, they've kept the flow of the game. But the game in general, I mean, it's been. I've never watched a lacrosse game like in person. Up close, I've seen a few on television. This is my first one watching on in person, but it just really is interesting to watch and incredible to see how fast-paced the game is and the physicality of it.
Physicality. One of the things that stuck out to me too was in terms of the goalies. I mean, that lacrosse ball is no joke. It's almost like it's a round hockey puck that's not frozen, and it's amazing to me these guys don't wear leg pads at all, and they're just kind of kick-saving things. That takes some guts to play in goal.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, especially, balls traveling close to 100 miles an hour, and goalies don't have any knee pads, they don't have shin guards, they don't have anything, and balls are flying right, if it hits them right in the leg, I mean, they have no protection. So it does take a lot of not only physical toughness or in the mental toughness, but like the fortitude to be able to be like, okay, I just got hit in my leg, but the ball's 10 feet to my left, they're going to shoot it again. I got to get ready for the next shot. I mean, it just really is impressive to see these goalies and just all the players in general and see how they can stick through all the physical wear and tear of the game.
Well, we've got some unofficial stats for you that we've been keeping here in the background. Luckily, I've only had to deal with one, that's face-off wins. And at halftime, I have HSC with 8 and Culver with 5. And the face-off itself is a very interesting process of how they determine possession. It's not a jump ball. It's not a kickoff. It's you fight for the ball right there at the middle of the field, and that's I think it's a really interesting and cool way to determine possession.
Yeah, I like it, and it's not a determining factor right away. I mean, it may take 5 to 10 seconds for a team to declare themselves the winner of a face-off because the ball might be bouncing around, but no, I love how it's like a mix of hockey, it's a mix of football, it's got soccer in it a little bit. It's just it's a mix of all these different sports, and it's just really, really fun to watch.
I love the ground ball. I hear ground ball, I think baseball. But what stats do you have for us for here at halftime?
So the first half stats, I have saves and shots on goals. Hamilton Southeastern and Culver Academy each have 3 saves, but the major difference here is shot on goals. Hamilton Southeastern has 10 shots on goal, with 9 of them being goals, and Culver Academy has 5 shots on goal with only 2 of them being goals. So each team has 3 saves, but really it's just been outstanding to see how Hamilton Southeastern has controlled the pace of the game and controlled the game offensively, and that's just shown by the stats that I just read off.
I think in one of the ways where you talk about where it's like basketball, the possession matters an incredible amount here, because you can see, for example, when each team gets the ball on their side, they set up almost like an offensive set. And to me, the guy behind the goalie is almost like the post-up player who comes up to the elbow for the pass and then turns and looks to see where he wants to go with the basketball. He's kind of that same guy behind the goal looking, okay, who's cutting to the goal that I can get it to for that quick shot. And we saw that a couple times in the first half that led to goals.
Right, and there's a lot of strategy behind that, because on a shot, if the shot goes wide, if you're closest to the ball once it goes out of play, you regain possession. So that person not only can play a pass behind the goal or even make a run around the goal and try to make a shot, but also if another shot goes wide and he's closest to the goal, team on offense gets possession right away, just like that. And it really is just something that all teams keep mind of. And but Hamilton Southeastern has definitely played advantage to that role. I've seen multiple assists, multiple goals, and multiple second chance opportunities come from that back man behind the goal.
One other thing that I found extremely interesting in terms of the equipment is each player position, however they've both come into play, the player and the position, the length of the stick is really interesting because you'll see a lot of the defenders use longer sticks, which will allow them to get a longer reach to try and knock the ball out of the offensive players. I don't even know what you call it, handle or whatever, but I find that really interesting in terms of how many different sticks and variations there are on the field at one time.
It really is interesting to watch because as a fairly inexperienced lacrosse watcher myself, I have known about the difference in stick sizes. One of my next door neighbors when I was younger played lacrosse in high school, so I kind of got to learn the game from him. But yeah, just the defenders, the sticks of the defenders look to be almost twice as wide as those on the attacking side and the midfielders. But it just gives the defenders that extra reach, the extra area to stop any shot, any pass that goes by their way.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the IHSLA semifinals here on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Back here at Hamilton Southeastern High School, you can see as it's dissipating right now, but tonight the HSC High School Boys Lacrosse Program would like to recognize Coach Scott Kemp. Coach Kemp has served the HSC Fishers lacrosse community for over 15 years, both as a high school varsity assistant and as a youth coach. He has coached countless players that went on to have very successful high school and college careers, including national champions Garrett Holst. He has coached multiple IYLA state championship teams in 2019 and 2021. Coach Mark Barutik often referred to Scott as the lacrosse whisperer, as he has a great way of passing his extensive knowledge into his players. Scott has given a tremendous amount of effort and time to grow the game of lacrosse in the Fishers community. From everyone here at Hamilton Southeastern, thank you, Coach Kemp, and he was duly recognized. So we'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll be set for the second half. You're watching the IHSLA State Semifinal on IndianaSRN.
A sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. Joey Lindstrom alongside Coach Keith Myers. Express Lacrosse, established on Long Island over 25 years ago, is the most renowned lacrosse club in the United States. Express directors, coaches, and alumni are respected nationwide because of their ability to lead, train, and develop outstanding student athletes. As a founding member of the National Lacrosse Federation, Long Island Express and its affiliates provide opportunities for their players to compete with and against the best in the game. Midwest Express, part of the esteemed Long Island Express family, was established right here in Indiana to offer highly competitive student athletes in the Midwest an opportunity to strive for their personal best. With access to the most selective tournaments in the country, players in the Midwest now have a level playing field with those traditional hotbed areas. Attend their tryouts August 21st and 22nd for your chance to be the best. Coach, that first half was all Hamilton Southeastern. They begin with possession due to their penalty in the first. What does Culver have to do to get back into this game. You're down 9-2.
You know, if I'm the coach at Culver, what you do is say, okay, boys, you're down 9-2. You've not been down this far before. You just got to dig. You got to play defense. You need to increase the pressure and play defense, and you're just hoping to win this game 10-9. You got to play defense, and you got to have a shutout here in the second half.
So Hamilton Southeastern waiting to be back at full strength. They'll change lines here. A few guys you see coming on. Here's even strength now for the Royals. That's Garrett Smith back again. We saw it. The steady offense of Hamilton Southeastern was really the killer of Culver.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Beasley, what you used to tell your kids is you played a great first half. Let's finish it up with a good second half so we can get ready to go and play Saturday night.
There's a chance here. Sunling, that shot blocked away. Good save by Hagen Wells.
Got an update score with you with 6 minutes to play in the game. Carmel leads Cathedral 6-5 with 6 minutes to play in the game.
That's a big game. Whoever wins that one is a tough opponent for the winner of this one. That ball thrown away by Smith, and chance here now for Culver. Our third quarter brought to you by Empire Lacrosse, your source for all things lacrosse. Established in 2004, our mission is to be recognized as a leader in our industry by offering excellent service, competitive pricing, and exceptional playing opportunities. From individual sales to team outfitting, leagues, and tournaments, Empire Lacrosse does everything you need to look good, feel good, and play great. Visit online at EmpireLax.com.
We're looking good on our little shirts today.
Oh, yeah. That's how we roll. Dress for success.
There you go.
Turning over there was Culver getting it to DeSplinter. And a long cross pass. Nice over the top. And that is the 10th goal for Hamilton Southeastern. And the first for number 7, Michael Metaliano.
I tell you what, the goalie did a nice job of jumping, but when he jumped too soon. And it's almost like a basketball, almost like a layup, an uncontested layup. With the 10-2 lead here. Here you go. Did a nice job. Just missed the ball.
And Wells, a few saves to his credit, but Hamilton Southeastern has put the ball in spots where he cannot get to.
And very interesting, the official hesitated before he saw that go all the way through to make the goal sign. So we would encourage you, the sponsors down on the left-hand corner of the play as they rotate. Those are our great sponsors for tonight's games. We just ask you that you would call them and use their services. Without them, we're not on the air. We want to thank every one of those and want to thank you also for tuning in to Lacrosse. Want to thank the committee of the IHSLA committee as well. Charlie Perry as the president and his staff all year long been keeping us up to date and looking forward to it. And we'll update you our schedule all throughout the rest of the week.
They have been great all the way through this tournament. Finally coming to an end on Saturday. We're really excited for those state championships.
There's a save.
Shot. Oh, what a play. One-handed goal, number 15, Connor Renault.
The goalie did everything he needed to do, but just Connor Renault, relentless. Here's the setup. Nice. This is great defense, Joey. There's the save, and that's just one. That is just one hand. That's strength.
And it's harder to shoot the ball when your hand is that far low on the stick. You had it near what they call the butt of the stick, and he knocks it in. Great play. What a goal. Face off here, fought hard for a good battle all day we've seen from Harry Adel. But the Royals pick it back up. Some clouds rolling in, Coach.
The lights are coming on in the stadium. The sun is no longer a factor, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Garrett Smith trying to come around the bend. They'll set up back up top.
Our weatherman that's in the booth with us tells us that the rain is about an hour away.
Up top, here's Matheny. Almost here, Garrett Smith. Shot, that one gets interfered with, and a nice check by 21, Jaden Kerr, the defenseman for Culver, to knock that one away. Smith behind the cage, defended by a short stick. The slide from Kerr helps out. Hamilton Southeastern has to get it back out.
Again, no shot clock here in Lacrosse.
Good lift on the shot and a nice save by Hagen Wells. Culver will attempt to clear here. Great pass in transition. And a nice catch, too. Number 25, William Brent. And they'll begin the possession for the Eagles. Up top, here's Holland, a sophomore midfielder. That pass just off the stick head of Brant. Maybe looked away before he caught it. Nonetheless, Hamilton Southeastern with another chance here on the clear. And they get it. Getting a whistle blown. Excuse me, we're not. That was an inadvertent, must be a practice field.
It must be a practice field behind us because I heard a whistle too.
Lying to me.
Great for the team. The teams just kept on playing. That's excellent.
6:40 remains in our third quarter. So glad you're here with us tonight. Beautiful Wednesday night state semifinal action here on IndianaSRN.
Great action.
Blaine Wirtz
Great.
thinking about the shot briefly. Foreboding slide there, but on the doorstep, that shot goes wide. Garrett Smith.
And Hamilton Southeastern remains with the ball. Great game last night. I thank you for listening and watching, Joey, and a great response from the crowd of the webcast. Great numbers, and Garin Catholic beating Heritage Christian last night will be earning their trip to the championship game in the 1A championship game on Saturday. And we're looking for 2 winners tonight. Well, actually 3 winners tonight, as St. Joseph of South Bend is playing Evansville Memorial at Grant Park tonight for another bid for the 1A championship. And, of course, Carmel Cathedral playing up in Carmel. And we'll keep you updated at that score as that game is still being played under 2 minutes to play.
Briefly interrupted there. Nice play by Jacob Rawson from Culver. Hamilton Southeastern quick to get it again. That was Loudon Sunling. So there's Garrett Smith. Coach Beasley describes him as the music of this team because he's always communicating, always talking, wanting to know what's going on, making sure everyone's on the same page. He has 2 goals tonight already, and he has been great. Here's Askins to the top of your screen. Soundling. Passes inside to Smith. There he is, and at the doorstep he finishes. Garrett Smith. And that is goal number 3, a hat trick for Garrett Smith, our second hat trick of the night.
Yeah, you know, those hat tricks comes pretty easily. It's one flying through the booth. We want to thank the whole entire host of the Hamilton Southeastern lacrosse team and parents and coaches throwing their hats in the booth. You know, that's one thing I love about high school sport. It's you just can be a kid, right? And they waited a year for this, Jerry. Last year there was not a championship, and these kids has waited a year to get to show their wares, so to speak, on this level. And it's fantastic lacrosse throughout the year this year.
Well, Hamilton Southeastern has had to wait a long time. That shot goes wide and hits the cage, actually. Picked up briefly by Culver, but recovered by Tate Metcalf. Hamilton Southeastern lost the 2019 state championship to Cathedral 13-6.
The game we had on IndianaSRN.
Here in Cathedral is up 8-7 on 2 minutes to play.
Wow.
Excuse me, Carmel's up 8-7.
What?
At the doorstep, another shot. That one just goes wide. E.J. Reichert looking for his fourth.
So, Joey, we see a lot of players, once that ball goes that way, they reach out their stick. Tell our fans at home that maybe not familiar with the game, why is that so important to get that done?
Yep, so when you're traveling to try to go get that ball, if there's a shot taken and you're a defenseman, you can go chase after that. And if your stick reaches the end line before the opposing player, that ball is yours. That's your team's possession. So that's why you see those hustle plays to try to go recover that.
So the ball's never dead. You always have an opportunity to get the ball.
Correct. Especially on a shot. If they just pass it out, then it's a turnover.
Right. But a shot on goal, so to speak.
Correct.
Got it. Thanks for your explanation. A lot of new lacrosse fans joining us this week. I got a lot of emails saying, hey, we enjoyed your coverage. Please explain the game a little bit. So that's why we got Troy and Joey doing the games on Saturday. Emery Brew will be with them on Saturday as well on the sidelines.
Let's see if Culver can get back into it. This one briefly disrupted. It looks like it did go off the stick of Miles Muth.
Emery might have the toughest gig in the thing because he gets to be with all the players in the hot sun on Saturday, Joey.
Poor Emery. Good recovery and a fail clear. Miles Muth almost gains that one with one hand. Tries to scoop it back, hoping for somebody home. No one was. Tyler Kopis was briefly there, but Hamilton Southeastern will get a second chance that they're clear. Under 2:30 to play on our third period.
How about our production team tonight? Great job, camera shots. Jerry Collins going to 1 and 2. Chance Middleton and his crew doing a great job tonight. All year long, Joey.
All year long, and that's what we do at IndianaSRN. So here's the Royals back again. They're up 12-2. 2 hat tricks. One by Garrett Smith, one by E.J. Reichert. So they have half the team's goals. Another 2 from Ryan Kemp. He ripped the shot earlier that
what a
broke
step.
The net. That was a nice dodge.
You see the clock there with 1:36 to be played. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in tonight on IndianaSRN.
Good defensive work by Culver. Great teamwork there. Nicholas Menendez drawing that one loose and picked up by Kopis. Coach, if you're in Culver's shoes, you're down by 10 goals. What do you tell him as a coach, and what is your mindset as a player have to be?
Now you're truthfully with the young ball club. Here's a shot.
Miles Muth gets that one to fly
in. So as a coach, now you're down 12-3. But as a coach, you got to get some hope. But you also got some young kids here, and you're building for the future. You got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the field for Culver. So right now what you do is you just build and you just be successful. And little victories like this is things that you want to be encouraged of, because you come back and watch this tomorrow as a team and you see the little things that you did right and you see the things you need to work on. And let me tell you, both of these coaches will continue to coach their teams during the offseason as well as just being encouraging. And I think that's what you really want to do. You want to come out, do your best 100% all the way through. They're on a run here.
Great face-off pickup there briefly. Jacob Rawson.
Got a final score, Carmel 8, Cathedral 7.
So there you go. The Carmel Greyhounds will meet the winner of this one. They're a star-studded team. That one had to be competitive.
I do believe that's the number 2 seed in the tournament. So we could have a 1-2 matchup.
Hamilton Southeastern hopes to fulfill that sort of destiny. Under 15 to go here in the third quarter.
Push.
Shot there. That one's saved. Nice job by Hagen Wells.
Watch this save. That's just great. Caught it right on the corner of his stick.
Well, Kreckler's been great all year. Our end of our third quarter, 12-3. All Hamilton Southeastern. We are going to take a short break and be back with you shortly. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN.
The car you want, the way you want, at TomWood.com.
Welcome back to the semifinals as we have 1 quarter left. Hamilton Southeastern leads 12-3 over Culver. This fourth quarter brought to you by our good friends at True Lacrosse, Indiana, proud supporters of the IHSLA Indiana Premier Travel Lacrosse team, fielding teams from U8 to seniors in high school. Get more information today by calling them at 317-727-6048. Again, we want to thank Hamilton Southeastern. Just talked with the principal of the school, and she is thrilled to have this many people in the stands. And you know what, Joey? For a COVID season that we had, it is nice to have an open area where it's just nice and fun to see these kids play. And for a year, these kids were locked up, and it's neat to have it. And what a great year. You got lacrosse finals on Saturday. You have tennis finals on Saturday. You got track and field finals tomorrow and Thursday night. And you got regionals baseball on Saturday. And then you have semi-state softball. It's the season wearing down. The IHSAA and the Lacrosse Association has completed their season. It looks like unscathed. And what a year it's been.
It sure has, and it's been hard on certainly a lot of people. That goes without saying, but to be all through it and to see the crowds that we're seeing now, and you see it in all professional settings now, be getting back to that sense of normalcy and back to full capacity, and it's been great to see everyone's efforts through all kinds of sports that we've been able to broadcast.
And if you're new to IndianaSRN, we broadcast over 300 sporting events a year on IndianaSRN. If you want more information about us, you can contact us at coach@indianasrn.org or tweet us at IndianaSRN. We'd be happy to tell you how you can put kids on TV just like these kids are tonight.
Sunling picked it up briefly for Hamilton Southeastern. They're going to get their possession started. Loudon Sunling. Coach Beasley telling us he is the smartest player on their team because he has a 4.5 GPA. And he's also a three-sport athlete.
I'm okay with a 4.5 GPA. I think mine was 0.5.
That's pretty low.
Hey, I was an athlete. I'm just kidding. I went to Hal. I had a higher GPA than
I was going to say.
Okay. I'm 61 years old. I don't even remember my GPA, to be honest with you. How about the student body over there, Hamilton Southeastern? Keep on cheering. That's pretty impressive.
I love it. Keep pouring it on. They just have all but a quarter left. Nice save by Wells until they punch their ticket to the state championship.
The winner of this will face Carmel as they defeated just tonight, they defeated Cathedral 8-7. Congratulations to the Greyhounds.
HSE in the last 2 state championships for 2A, having won in 2018, defeating Culver, the team you see before your eyes, and Cathedral defeated HSE in 2019 to win their state championship. Shot, that one goes wide. We saw a crazy rip by Ryan Kemp earlier. Another chance here. That one to the top corner. And he paints the canvas. That is Metaliano, his second of the day.
That's back to a 10-point lead with 10:14 to play, 13-3. Again, on Saturday is Championship Saturday right here on Indiana SRN, as we'll check out the replay of this goal here. He's just waiting for the ball in the flat right here, isn't he?
Yeah, no one home for Culver, and you got to address that, don't you? Italiano with a hat trick earlier this year versus Cathedral. He had 5 goals against Fishers, so he knows how to score. He's not listed in the starting lineup, so just kind of goes to show you how deep this Hamilton Southeastern roster is, huh, Coach?
Yeah, and that's what you need. You need more than 11. You need that whole entire squad. Hamilton Southeastern dresses a lot of young men, and also Culver. Both of these teams heavily loaded on the roster.
Good pickup in transition by DeSplinter. Player of the conference getting it going for Hamilton Southeastern all day today. Opportunity here. Here's Logan Askins. Shoving across to Soundling. Got it. And that's Hagan Wells on the save.
He checked his stick and make sure he hadn't secured that one.
Clear here for Culver. Looking for their 4th goal on the day. Rawson trying to throw a behind-the-back pass, but it's interrupted briefly by Tate Metcalf.
What a behind-a-pass, behind the head.
Beautiful play to get Hamilton Southeastern back into it. Not common you have the long pole back there. I'm surprised Culver isn't pressing more. So here we go. Hamilton Southeastern obviously just wanting to slow it down, run out this clock.
Well, they run off 2, and they bring 2 in very slowly. We're trying to find the score for you for St. Joe and Evansville Memorial, and there is nothing online right now. We'll try to track that down for you.
Can you guys try to call Grand Park? And I don't know, maybe they know something.
That shot goes wide. Sort of a bad angle shot by Garrett Smith. He's capable of making it, though. During the regular season, he had 34 goals, 24 assists. Solid player. First team all-conference, and he and Ryan Kemp get it going for these Royals. Like we said, they are deep. Top here's Askins. 7.5 to go, and the pace that both these teams are playing. If you're Coach Black, Keith, of Culver, how's the attitude now? Oh, here you go. Here's a chance. Hamilton Southeastern throwing that ball away. An offside penalty gives Culver the ball back.
Again, what we talked about, you just have to play through it. Young ball club, and he's been here before. Trust me, he's coached a lot of places, and he understands that. He's building his program. This is his first year, so they're adapting to his system as well. For just getting here is a feat, in my opinion, Joey, for a first-year coach.
And defeating a team like Castle in the first round is
very impressive.
Nothing to hang your hat on, that's for sure.
Castle was at number 5th seed, but they had a great record, pretty impressive.
So Kreckler, to explain what just happened, he walked out of the crease, and I think he had 1 foot back in, And so that is a violation. Once you leave the crease as a goaltender, you cannot go back in. Because if you do, no one can touch you, and so that is why you lose that ability.
That's almost advantage, right?
Right. Here's Miles Muth making one-man miss. He saw a different type of goal like this earlier, and he finishes and gives Culver their 4th goal and his 2nd.
And he finished that, folks, on the ground. Nice hustle.
What an athletic play by Miles Muth. That's actually 3 from Miles Muth.
So he has the hat trick. Congratulations to him. Look at this. On the dive, falling down. Nice shot.
There's a chance for Culver.
Joey, as we have some time here with 6 minutes to play with the score 13-4, why don't you explain to the fans the difference between the college, a couple of differences between the college game and the high school game?
Sure. So the college game immediately, the first thing that stands out is the shot clock. 80 seconds on the shot clock for each team. In high school, there is no shot clock. No differences in the size of the field or the spots. But what a shot here. Sebastian West gets it off stick side of Kreckler. Huge goal for the sophomore midfielder, and a timeout from Hamilton Southeastern. We're going to keep it here. See this goal once again, Coach Keith.
Just nice. Just went out and got it. So you got the shot clock is the difference of college. It's 80-second shot clock. The field difference is the same. Ball is the same as well. Are the sticks differently? Is there
not too much difference as far as the equipment goes? I mean, there's very rarely will you find that difference really anywhere. There's not too much difference besides the timing of everything. I mean, the quarter's a little bit longer in college, 15 minutes. And honestly, the rules stay the same as far as penalties go. As far as goalies go, and you know, another thing to point to, I guess, would be the strategy of the game. You want to make sure that you're moving quickly. In high school, you can kind of get away with slowing down the game, if you will, and making
without the shot clock. Right. So with college, you're trying to go to that goal with maybe 15, 20 seconds left on the shot clock to get that defensively. So the shot clock really puts more pressure on the offensive team than the defensive team, so to speak, right? They get that shot right off.
Defenses can be more aggressive if they want to. They can take more chances against penalties. Because the shot clock's so short, your man-down opportunities might be even shorter.
Yeah, with that shot clock, with that 30-second, makes a big difference.
Nice play by Max Blackburn.
Got a late flag.
All sorts of laundry on the field.
There's 2 flags on the field. If the third guy would throw one, we would have a trifecta, folks.
Here's E.J. Record. Back up top to Wirtz. And getting it going now is Michael Matheny. Chance here.
Oh, got another penalty.
This one could be a slash. Ball touches the ground, and that's when the penalty starts. Looks like either a push with possession or a cross-check.
And actually, we have 4 flags on the play here. So we'll see what the officials and, why we have a great shot of the officials. We want to thank them as well and all the officials that have called games all year long in every single sport. We are short of officials in Indiana, and we need great sportsmanship from our fans. And tonight has been excellent sportsmanship from our fans tonight. We need that to continue. And if you would like to be an official, contact Sandra Walters' office at the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Say you would like to officiate. And if you want to officiate a lacrosse game also, you can contact the IHSLA committee as well. They'd be happy to tell you on their website there is a special link for officials, and we need officials as well.
That we do, and they always help, and they're always helpful to us too when they call games. All right, so a very unique penalty here. 3 penalties on Culver. 1 slash, 1 cross check. 2 slashes and 1 cross check, excuse me.
And so you can actually go 3 down.
You can go 3 down. You can go 4 down.
Wow.
Very similar to hockey. You could have all 5 down if you really committed that many penalties. So tough work here for the deep holes. Chance there, and it is secured by number 15, Connor Runo. That extends the lead to 9 for Hamilton Southeastern.
4 minutes and 40 seconds to play in this final quarter. And here, he just walked through.
And it's tough for Culver, right? I mean, you're kind of in a hapless position there.
Again, everything starts on Saturday for the championships.
That was Runo's 3rd goal. Another hat trick.
Is that 3 hat tricks for Hamilton Southeastern?
Yep, 9 goals scored by 3 players, and with a 9-goal lead, well, you could black and white say that's the difference. Is those 3 guys.
That's correct.
Of course, lots of assists coming to the sticks of those guys, and great passing all around from Hamilton Southeastern tonight.
Again, as we end our season, we thank you very much for joining us. We got a timeout by Culver.
We will take one with them. And you were watching the IHSLA Championships on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back to Hamilton Southeastern. Well, Coach, the slogan from Coach Beasley for his squad is family, the acronym.
Okay.
Forget about me, I love you, which is awesome. So it kind of reminds me of Coach Tom Allen's the LEO.
Yeah,
love
right.
each other.
Yeah.
That's how you build the team.
That's how you build the team.
And we're seeing them work together as a team all night. Here's Max Blackburn once again, another face-off win. We've seen several different faces. Zane Smith and Jake Lemieux taking the bulk of the face-offs for the Royals. And they've done very well so far to ensure that their offense gets possession. 4:11 to go here in our 4th quarter. Here's a chance. Good dodge. That one off the post. Logan Askins. Somebody got jacked up. Tate Metcalf is on the ground. Cross-check forthcoming for against Culver.
We just set the stage once again, Joey, for Saturday. The 1A state championship, that would be Guerin Catholic and the winner between Evansville Memorial and South Bend St. Joe. The 2A championship will be, looks like Hamilton Southeastern here and Carmel, with 2 different divisions, and then they have the club division, which means they're not in the association by class. It's a school club sport. That's Leo and Indy East. And we're very familiar with Indy East because their home field is Cecina High School, one of the schools that we have covered lacrosse in the past. And actually, this is the 2nd or 3rd time we've been here to Hamilton Southeastern cover this. We covered the first state championship way back in 2017, I do believe. Sean Carl and Brent Young was on that call. How about that? That many years ago.
How about that?
Sean still looks good.
That he does. And here we go. Culver with another chance to get themselves their 6th goal. Nice pass. Cross field. That one
Post.
almost finished off the post, though. Good hustle by number 21, Hayden Grace, the long stick midfielder for Hamilton Southeastern to get that one. So Carmel, their last time in the state championship, 2016 and 2017, they've lost to Cathedral both times. Now with their sweet revenge already received, they are ready to go for the state championship and meet most likely Hamilton Southeastern, barring any craziness here with under 3 minutes to go.
Again, we want to thank our sponsor, Express Lacrosse, Empire Lacrosse, and True Lacrosse of Indiana for helping us underwrite, and thank you for your support for the IHSL all season long. Also, the board of directors of this association has been very kind all year long, and I know you talked with a couple of guys. Charlie Barry has been communicating with us all year long, and just been fun, and thank them for letting us do this for our third or fourth year in a row of doing it. Missed it last year, and sure glad we're back in the driver's seat this year.
We really are. We're definitely blessed to be able to not only produce and broadcast them, but be able to see the talent and put these kids on display. Here's Muth again. What a play and a goal by Miles Muth, his fourth.
So it's 14-6 here. 8 things are possible, but 2 minutes, it's really probable.
And you look at the bright spot of your future if you are Culver, and Miles Muth, the junior. He's got 4 goals in this game, in a playoff game, not giving up. Definitely something you look for in a leader, a senior leader, if you're a coach. It's 14-6, 2 minutes to play. The Royals lead. Quick scoop up. It's for none. A hard hit in between, trying to get to that ball. Picking it up. And starting possession is Miles Tudor.
Stolen.
But it gets stolen away. Nice play by Menendez. Shot. That one saved by Kreckler. The big man in the cage gets another save on the day. Up in the front. That's a behind-the-back goal. Smooth. Brandon Segocio, and Hamilton Southeastern extends to 15-6.
That just tells you when things go right and goes well for you. Look at this. This is incredible. Good pass. And just behind the back.
That's one way to fake the goalie out, that's for sure.
I tell you. I think I would throw out my back there, Joey.
Trying to twist?
Yeah, try.
Come on, you brag to me all the time about how you do yoga.
Right.
You were touching your toes before the broadcast to get ready.
Well, I was stretching, that's for sure. 1:23 to play.
Both teams playing hard to finish.
We're going to try to get Coach up as quickly as possible. He said he would try to make a quick dash to the booth. So just to keep you informed of that, we'll let you know if we see that dash come up. Talk to Coach. Congratulate him and his Hamilton Southeastern Royals.
Under a minute to go here. The Royals guaranteeing their spot. It's going to be a 1-versus-2 matchup in the state championship. Stolen here briefly and trying to get in transition. Jaden Kerr. And he gets it stolen right back. Segocio, who had the behind-the-back goal, gets behind the cage.
And Coach just told him to relax. Waiting for Saturday.
So Hamilton Southeastern takes care of business right away. Hat tricks contributing to that effort. E.J. Reichert, Garrett Smith. getting it done, and here you go. Hamilton Southeastern. The Royals guarantee their spot. Another state championship, their third appearance in as many years. And they will face the number 2 seed, Carmel Greyhounds. Coach, how did they do it today?
I tell you what, it started with the quick score. 12 seconds in was 1-0. Before the 4 minutes after of the game, it's already 3-0. So really aggressive play. And I tell you, it's been a very impressive. What a rainy day that we had today. And then the crowds broke. The rainbow comes out, sunny skies, and unbelievable setting tonight watching this game. And congratulations to both of these teams.
Well, we shall get the final stat book here from Emery Brew, our statistician. HSE with 13 shots on goal to Culver Academies, 8 shots on goal to finish out, and that was apparent all day. They moved the ball around, and Coach Beasley, he continued to talk to us pregame about how deep this team is, and you see that, but they're going to need that depth on Saturday, Coach.
Yeah, they really do, because now you got to play the number 2 seed in Carmel, and earlier in the year Hamilton Southeastern beat Carmel, so there's that revenge factor that we've been talking about all year long, about teams just really wanting to regroup and play in the tournament and get to the tournament. And now all of a sudden you get to the tournament, you get to the championship game. Now the next step is to win the championship. So unbelievable job by all those things. As looks like Sean Crawl is trying to get the coach for us, and as they both teams congratulate each other.
Well, he gave us the 1 minute signal, so we will probably get to hear from Coach Beasley. We're going to take a break, and then so don't go anywhere. We will hear from Coach Scott Beasley after he just won and secured his team's championship play. You're watching the IHSLA Championships on Indiana SRN. We'll be right back. Couple quick hit stats for you to finish out our game. Shots on goal for Hamilton Southeastern, 25, and Culver Academy, 13. That rounds out the final there. And take a quick second to thank our sponsors, Express Lacrosse, Empire Lacrosse, and True Lacrosse Indiana, for sponsoring today's games.
Also,
go ahead.
Sorry. We also want to break down Saturday again. We will update this as the week goes on. It is Wednesday, so we are also dealing with graduations of schools and senior award programs and all those things. So this is not concrete, but as we have it as of now, 1 o'clock, the club championship game will be right here on IndianaSRN. In fact, all 3 games will be here on the network. Club championship game, Leo versus Indy East. The 1A state championship game, 4 o'clock, would be Guerin Catholic, and the winner between Evansville Memorial and South Bend St. Joe. We have not had an update on that score yet. And then at 7 o'clock that evening, the 2A championship, Hamilton Southeastern, the number 1 seed, taking on Carmel, the number 2 seed, right here on Indiana SRN. Joey Lindstrom, Troy D., Emery Brew, Jerry Collins, the whole entire crew will be here on Saturday for you. So it should be a great day of lacrosse. And as we are still waiting for Coach, and
We'll take a minute to talk about, I mean, you watched Guerin Catholic yesterday. That 1A state championship, whoever has to face Guerin Catholic is in for a challenge. I mean, they average 19 goals a game. And that the offensive prowess that they have is just crazy.
Yeah, you know, you look at Guerin, and here's the difference between 1A and 2A lacrosse. 1A, and no fault of any of those teams, but you look at that 1A and you look at how good Guerin is, but you look at 2A and you see the teams where they play each other, there's just a little bit of lopsided, just tells you a little bit of difference of that. Is Scott Beasley is now making a sprint to our booth. As we'll time him, he'll be out of shape by the time he gets, be out of wind by the time he gets here. But he's on his way up, so we'll have an interview with him. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I know there's so much going on Saturday, and our coverage will begin again. 1 o'clock championship with the club. It's Scott is approaching us, and we thank you very much for spending some time with us, and we'll just. So we're waiting very quickly here.
We will have our expert color commentator, Coach Keith Myers, interview Coach Scott Beasley. 3 hat tricks on the day for his guys, and here he is now. We'll get to hear from him. So, Coach, I'm going to leave it to you, and we will be right back. Here's Coach Scott Beasley, Hamilton Southeastern.
Scott, here you go. Take that headset right there. How about that? How are you, champ?
Doing well.
Team played really well throughout the night. Looks like you got the game ball there. You're pretty excited about the win tonight.
Yeah, it was a good team win. Really impressed with just how we battled at the face-off X. One of our starters, Jake Lemieux, went out, and just the way that Chris Zier and Zane Smith just battled tonight. I think we went 16-5 on face-offs. So really impressed with just the way we had the momentum from the face-off X.
Talk about the first 12 seconds. First 12 seconds, you're up 1-0. Team seemed like it was charged. I love how both teams came out and met each other, and it was almost like a college atmosphere of football. Of okay, we're both charging the field at the same time during warm-up. That charged your kids up as well, and the fans tonight. What a great crowd you had tonight.
It's always special to play home. One of the things we try to promote post spring break was just have a home field advantage mentality, and so we've been really trying to get a student section for every game that we can.
You had one tonight,
and man, it really energizes the guys to play in front of their peers, to play in front of their friends, to play in front of their families, and so the home field advantage was big tonight.
And you honored one of your assistant coaches at halftime. That's pretty cool, and those kids coming and charging at him when they won that thing tonight. That's got to uplift your spirits a little bit. You've been around a long time to see that.
Yeah, so Scott Kemp was he just actually won the U14 IYLA state championship. So the future's bright. Our 7th and 8th grade team just beat Carmel in the championship at the youth level, and so it was exciting to celebrate Scott. He was a varsity assistant for a long time, and his kid was one of our seniors. That I think he had 2 and 4 today, 2 goals, 4 assists at Ryan Kemp, number 9, and so it's just Kemp family's just been a huge blessing for our program.
You know, your stats are a lot better than our stat guy, because our stat guys got it on, and you're not even looking at his stat sheet. That's pretty good. That's pretty impressive.
I cheated. I looked at the book before I came up here.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the pandemic. They had a year off. How tough is that to get kids ready to play, cannot play? The juniors, actually the seniors lost their year, but now the juniors are now back as seniors. Got to be rewarding for you as well.
I think it's all about perspective. We try to not preach the woe is me, the make excuses for the pandemic, and we were all about God provides in a multitude of ways. And so just rallying the guys around, man, everything happens for a reason. And I thought the off season this year was a lot more intentional than usual. I think we took lacrosse for granted last year, and so just the intentionality of our time spent together was special. And it's always special, but this year was different, and I think that the pandemic blessed us with that.
You talked to us when we got here. I think you talked to our production team because they got here like at 3 o'clock, and you were already here waiting for them.
Sure.
You talked about how important it is to have coverage like IndianaSRN covering this. We're kind of greenhorn still. We're only 5 years young in lacrosse, but what has this done for your program, and what do you think this is the state championship on IndianaSRN will bring to Indiana lacrosse?
I think it's great to have live coverage. I think that is kind of where lacrosse is going, and so it's great to see that. Unfortunately, it took a pandemic to get kind of live coverage and get just the publicity of the live coverage. But I think that having you guys here and having just anybody and everybody from every sport, every genre, every walk of life to come watch lacrosse and be like, wow, this is fast paced. This is fun to watch. It's physical and finesse. It's a good mix of a lot of different sports. And so hopefully this is just going to continue to grow the game, not only here in Fishers, but statewide and nationwide. We're trying to make the movements come Midwest, and lacrosse is here to stay.
We're ready for it. And IndianaSRN, you just let us know. You give us a call. We'll be right here for you.
Sounds good. Really appreciate your guys' time and coming out and your support.
Last question. Let's talk about family. The family acronym that you have. We love that acronym. We may have to borrow that one for you, because that's what we believe in our association as well. And tell the fans a little bit what that means.
So We Not Me has been kind of a mantra for the last several years. Across all their practice shirts, it says We Not Me. And this year we took it a step further and talked about family as an acronym. Everybody has a different idea of what a family means. Some people come from divorced families or broken homes. But here on the lacrosse field, family means forget about me, I love you. And I think it really boils down to as simple as that. Forget about my accolades, my goals, whatever I'm accomplishing, and let's put it as a team perspective. Forget about me, I love you. And it really gets the guys to buy into, man, let me play for my brother to my left and to my right, and forget about my result for team goals.
Okay, wave right there in the camera. Say hi to your kids.
Hey, boys. Hey, Mom and Dad. Hey, Jordan.
There you go.
That's
Thanks,
fantastic.
Coach. Carmel on Saturday night. Game time's at 7. Tentatively 1 o'clock the club championship. 4 o'clock the 1A state championship. What a game that will be with Guerin Catholic and Evans Memorial or St. Joe. That should be one. And then the top one at 7 o'clock. You and Carmel, congratulations. Good luck, Coach.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
That wraps it up for us. We'll see you on Saturday right here on IndianaSRN.
Awesome.
There you go.